Hey guys, my name's Dee, this is the Heroine's Corner and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my February TBR, which basically consists of blackathon and the Black Lit Challenge. I don't usually create TBRs because I am such a moody reader, so I can be reading one book, planning to read maybe a contemporary, and then my mind just like switches up on me and I'm like, no, I actually need to read a fantasy. So I don't really usually do TBRs, but because I am taking part of the blackathon and the Black Lit Challenge, there's a lot to there's a lot of books that I need to kind of read to fulfill like over prompts and whatnot. So I am doing a TBR to kind of clear my head, so I have like a clear roadmap of the books that I want to read, so I can actually complete all the prompts and the challenges. But without further ado, there is a lot to get through in this video, so let's just get into it. Firstly, I'm going to be talking about Blackathon, which is a readathon created by Jessie over at Bowties and Books, and this is a readathon which has taken place. This is the third time now, so third round, and it takes place in February because in the US that is Black History Month, and we basically just celebrate Black books, Black literature, Black stories, Black authors, and we just give them our love and attention. So for this Blackathon challenge, of course, there are different teams as there was before. So there's the sci-fi fantasy team, there's the non-fiction contemporary literary fiction team, and then there's a new team called thrillers and horror. So I am of course going to take part in the contemporary lit non-fiction team. That's the kind of mood I've been in at the moment, so that's the team I'm going to be in. And also there is a theme for this year, and that theme is traveling. So that can be literal, traveling to a different destination, it could be a spiritual kind of journey, it could be an emotional journey. I really love that theme because I myself am going on a little kind of journey, like as I said in like some of my earlier videos. I'm like discovering Black stories and just really connecting with my like identity and putting my identity forward. So I'm very excited to be taking part in Blackathon this year, but of course there's a lot to get through. Let's just get straight to it. Oh, also I want to say there's a lot of different challenges that are happening like cross platforms. So there's stuff happening on Instagram, on Twitter, there's vlog videos that are going to be happening on YouTube. So there's a lot of different stuff for you guys to kind of get involved with. I'll leave all the details down below because there is a lot, and like seriously I can see how much work Jessie has put into it, so like thank you for putting in so much work, and all your co-hosts, and yeah, just it's amazing how much y'all are doing. So there's 3 reading prompts, and then there's a group book. So the first prompt is Maisie Card, a book that takes place over one character's lifespan or an intergenerational narrative. So there's a lot of different books that I could have chosen for this prompt because there's so many like books about like intergenerational like narratives that are coming out. The book that I actually chosen for this prompt is The Book of Echoes by Rosanna Amaka. So this book takes place in like 2 different time periods but 3 different settings. So I think the first point of view we have is of this woman who's going to be taken for the slave trade, and she tosses one of her children like away so like he could escape or survive, and then her second child is actually snatched away from her. So then there's a time jump, and then we follow one of her children who is in Brixton, so in the UK in the 1980s, and he's trying to like not get into trouble. Like if you know like history, like Black British history, Brixton around the 80s, it was very volatile with the kind of relationship between the Black community and the police. And then we also follow her second child who is in Nigeria, like in a village and like struggling to get by, I think. I don't know if I've said this on my channel before, but I don't like reading the summaries of books. So if I'm giving a summary, it's really like sparse and not a lot of details, because I really enjoy going into books with as little knowledge as possible. So sorry for that. This is obviously an intergenerational narrative. I love how we have 2 different settings in the modern day, because I feel like a lot of intergenerational stories, it's kind of like there's one story, like one setting, and then we time jump, and then we're just in like just another one setting. And this one, like we have Brixton in the 1980s, then we have like Nigeria in the 1980s, which are like, it's so different. But yeah, I really can't wait to read this book. I haven't had people hype up about it, but this cover is stunning and I just really want to read it. The book I'm going to be reading for that prompt. Number 2, Patsy. 2 queer characters embark on a journey together. Bonus points if it's a tangible journey such as a road trip. So there's two different books I wanted to pick for this prompt, but I finally settled on Under the Udala Trees by Chinelo Okporanta. I'm sorry if I screwed up that name, but this is a book that takes place in Nigeria during the Civil War. I'm pretty sure it's like 1968, and we follow a girl who she gets like displaced during the course of the Civil War. So that's kind of like a journey. She, in her like new kind of home, there's a girl that she really likes, so, and they're both kind of dealing with their like queerness and like that identity while, you know, have in the middle of a civil war. So that's kind of a journey. I'm pretty sure that fulfills the prompt. So like two queer characters going on a journey together. I've heard a lot of great things about this book. I haven't read a book that is set in the Civil War period of like Nigerian history, so I can't wait to see how that is kind of like described and all that stuff. But yeah, this is the book I'm going to be reading for prompt number 2. Prompt number 3, Nadi Okarofo, a disabled character embarks on a journey, or a book by a disabled black author. So the book I'm going to be reading for this prompt is Hold by Michael Donkor. So this is a book that takes place both in like Ghana and in the UK. The disabled character who embarks on a journey, I think, is a Ghanaian house servant, and she actually gets sent to the UK to teach like a person's daughter to be like respectful or something like that. Again, I don't like reading like the summaries, but so that like Ghanaian character, she apparently has OCD, so it's an invisible disability. I want to read this. Apparently it's kind of sad like tragic, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah, I really love this kind of cover. This cover is stunning, but yeah, so she's sent to the UK to be like a shining example for like a wayward teenage daughter. So apparently she goes, so there's a literal journey about going to the UK, but also I think she goes on like an emotional journey. So that's the book I'm going to be reading for prompt 3. So the 4th book I'm going to be reading for blackathon is actually the group book, and that is The Secret Lives of Baba Seji's Wives by Lola Shanyin. I think the title is pretty like descriptive when it comes to like what the plot of this book's going to be about, but it's set in Nigeria and we're just following like this guy and his wives, so should be fun. And that's a group book, so I'm hopefully going to be reading 4 different books for blackathon. There's a caveat for the reading prompts for blackathon, and that's basically a book out of the books that you're picking, at least one of them has to be set in a non-US or UK setting. So for me, I think a lot of the books can kind of, because there's a lot of like swapping and changing when it comes to saying, but of course Under the Udala Trees is set in Nigeria, so that pretty much fulfills that caveat. That's it for the blackathon part of this video. Now I need to talk about the Black Lit Challenge. So the Black Lit Challenge was created by Seji over at the Arts and Geek. So the Black Lit Challenge is basically you need to get up to 4 points. So there's different ways to like gain points. The most like fundamental way is to read 4 different books from different settings. So just looking at the books I already have for my blackathon challenge, I have Nigeria, I have Ghana, and I have the UK, and then I have Nigeria slash London. To reach point number 4, I'm actually going to be reading my classic book, and the classic book I'm going to be reading this month is Annie John by Jamaica Kincaid, and this is a mother and daughter relationship. It's pretty like tense, I think, and like this is almost like a coming of age story. It's set in Antigua, so I have my 4 different points for the different settings, but also there are other ways you can add points. So if your book is a classic, so I've already got 5 points. If your book was written by an LGBT author, if your book, if the thing that you're reading is poetry, or poetry, non-fiction, so there's a lot of different ways to kind of like add points. So already I have 4 points just by adding a classic to my blackathon TBR. But if I do want to challenge myself for the Black Lit Challenge, I will include a non-fiction, and that is Afropean by Johnny Pitts, and this is basically a book where I'm pretty sure it's the author, like Johnny, he goes on a journey. So I'm also, helping out for the blackathon challenge. But so it goes on a journey like across Europe. I feel like it's mostly continental Europe, and I think it's just talking to people of the African diaspora and like the black communities are in Europe, and just I think just asking the question of why is it to be both Black and European, especially with like the history of Europe and then the recent kind of political crises when it comes to like migration and so on and so forth. So I can't wait to read this because I am basically Afropean. I'm both Black and European because I'm like in the UK. So I can't wait to read this book. It's a bit of a chunky one. So I don't know. This is definitely just like a bonus book. If I feel like reading another book, or if I feel like reading nonfiction, this would be the book that I'll probably gravitate towards. So that is it for my February TBR. There is a lot of reading that I have to do for the month of February, for blackathon, for the Black Lit Challenge, and also for the Classics Community Challenge. So there's a lot of things I have to get through this month, but I'm really excited because the books I'm reading are books that I've been wanting to get to for a long time, and I also just can't wait to see all the discussions surrounding the Black literature. I'll leave the links for Jesse's video for the Blackathon challenge and also for Sergi's video for the Black Lit challenge down below in the description box. But that is all, folks. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope and please tell me if any of these books interest you, what's on your TBR for February, or if you're even taking part in Blackathon or Black Lit challenge. But yeah, remember to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and again, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.